Hey, it's Lisa. I would love to answer the question that some of you have been asking me, which is what is the time commitment requirement for the menstrual cycle coaching training? Forgive me, I'm at the end of my cycle, so my communication and language isn't as sharp today, but such is the nature of menstrual cycle awareness. Anyway, so it's a really good question. How much time is required of me? I really want to sign up on this program, but I don't know if I can commit to all the work. And you could be in a place of really assessing your capacity, and I think that's really important. And I'm the same. I like to really take my time before I sign up for a program, and especially if it's an investment of time, of money, of energy, making sure that that this year is a good one to do it. And, in the past, I would have signed up to courses and then felt like I wasn't doing them properly because, I was really busy in life and I felt like I wasn't doing the course material correctly or following along with all the online content or doing the practices, and then would give myself a hard time for not doing it properly. And I really want to turn that on its head for this program because that sort of dynamic of feeling like we're not doing things right or we don't have enough time is actually part of one of the issues that we're helping clients with when it comes to chronic pain, menstrual cycle, their relationship with their menstrual cycle, all that kind of stuff is our relationship with time, our relationship with our capacity, our relationship with how much we can give, how much we can put in. And what's really unique about this program that I'm teaching, and also the way that I work with clients, is that from the very start of the course, we build a very strong relationship with our nervous system. And we do a lot of nervous system work, and it's nothing complicated, it's very much experiential. And we start to get really curious about the impulses and the nuances of our nervous system and what our needs are, what our needs actually are versus what we think they are. And so in this program, if I was going to answer the question in one sentence, the time commitment is actually quite minimum. All you have to do is either show up live for the live lectures, which is just once a month, or you can catch up on the recordings, or you can do half and half. I've had some people who in different time zones, they might show up for a few hours and then they clock off, or maybe it's early for them and they might just miss one or two hours at the start, and then they'll catch up on the recordings in their own time. And then the second thing to show up for is just the process group, and that's just a 2 hour call once a month. And then outside of that, all the other material that is offered is really, it's optional for you. And what I'm asking you as your guide, as your mentor, as your teacher in this program, is for you to get really curious about what you want from this program and what therefore you need to put in. And very often what I found is that less is more. Last year I had a student who, one of the things that I offer in the program as an option is a listening partnership. If you read the info page, I talk about listening partnerships, and they're actually an option. And the reason I don't force that upon you is because we all have different capacities, we all have different ways of learning, we all have different connection and social needs. And while I do encourage that you maybe try the listening partnership if you've never done something like that before, it is not at all like something that you have to do. It's not forced upon you. What's actually more important to me is that you get really clear in yourself on how you learn best, what you need, what would be supportive for you, and lean into that. And if you feel like you don't have capacity for the listening partnership, saying no to that, that's the work, right? That's the work. And I did have a student last year who is a busy mother with a business and doing lots of things, and she'd done listening partnerships before in different programs, and she didn't feel like she needed it in this course, so she didn't do it. But she still showed up to all the process group calls, and she got so much out of the program because she knew that she works well by showing up live on calls. I had another student last year as well who got great results from the program and even got a lot of personal benefit with seeing a reduction in her pain symptoms from endometriosis. And her someone in her family got very sick during the program, and she had to be in and out of hospital quite a lot, and so her schedule completely changed throughout the course of the program. And rather than dropping out, she was still able to be in the program, get the support from me, get the support from the group, and learn to really be with what is and navigate the circumstances of her life, and still show up and say yes to this course that she really wanted to be in, and do it in a way where she's meeting her own needs. And the reason why this is so important, and the reason why we're modeling this in this program, is because if I was to just give you loads of content that you had to do and loads of assessments and a tick box exercise, that defeats the purpose of this type of work. We're really taking education models and turning them on their heads in this work because of systems that we're in and the pressures that we feel under as women and people with menstrual cycles. Really what we're doing is the deep learning of our body intuitive wisdom, our somatic wisdom, supporting our clients to do the same, and giving ourselves permission to say no to things, and giving ourselves permission to say, hey, actually, this is how I learn best. And it's different from what other people do. And I can learn to be okay with who I am and what my needs are, and not compare myself to other students on the course, and really stay strong in how I learn and how I practice and how I process and how I'm building my business, etc. And so that's what I'm more interested in as your facilitator, as your mentor. I'm so much more interested in your relationship that you are building with your own cycle, with your nervous system, and learning to integrate that into how we are learning on this course and how we're teaching. It is not, I don't work with a top down model of I'm the guru and telling you what to do. Yes, I give you lots of information and there's loads of material in the program that you can work with, but really, it's up to you to step into leadership for yourself, which you will do with a lot of support from me and from the group. So I hope that answers the question for a lot of people who I'm sure are wondering what the time commitment is on this course. It's not a straightforward answer, but hopefully that eases any worries, because you cannot do this program wrong. You've seen how I work. I've explained clearly that we do a lot of process work and we're working in a very different way. And again, the reason for that is because I have to do that in order to get the best out of this work and to get the best out of you. And so that the practice that you're bringing to your clients is really in alignment with how you're thinking and living and bringing this work out into the world. So if you have any other questions or any concerns at all, send me a DM, and I'd be more than happy to answer or have a chat.